Hey, lovelies. This is Janelle, the relationship coach behind the Successful Invisible. And I'm here with another episode of Ish I Saw on TikTok. Keep your peace. Stop letting men move into your home. Let me say this in a way that's going to hurt feelings. Living with a man is not a relationship milestone, it's a risk assessment. Because why are you letting someone with questionable hygiene, inconsistent bills, and weaponized incompetence move into your peaceful, curated home like it's a free trial membership? Some of y'all think moving in together means the relationship is getting serious. No, baby. It means he's about to see how much labor he can extract from you without calling it abuse. And if you don't have strong boundaries, that man is going to turn your home into a roommate situation where you pay half and do 90%.
I cannot relate when I hear stories of women talking about how men have played them, how men have used them, and it's just simply because I'm useless. I make myself absolutely fucking useless to men. What do you have to gain by making yourself of use to a man? You don't get a paycheck for that. You don't get a promotion. You don't get no benefits. You don't get anything by proving that you're useful to a man. All you get is a man. And men readily make themselves available. So even if you no longer have that man, it's not like there's not another one around the corner waiting for you to pick them next. This is why when men are like, oh yeah, you're not the prize. You damn Skippy, I'm not the prize. You damn Skippy, I'm not the prize. You're never winning me over, sir. You're never fucking winning me over. Because I don't have anything to give you to prove to you that I am the prize. I don't want a man to think that I'm the prize, because in order for him to think that I'm the prize, it would mean that he would have to see utility in me. Baby, I'm never selling utility to a man. I'm never selling usefulness to a man. And that shit is repellent. The moment that I prove that I'm useless, I don't have to worry about them problems. I'm happy with the fact of being useless and being single, because I refuse to make myself useful just to be in a relationship. Men don't provide a good enough experience in a heterosexual relationship for me to want to make myself useful to them. They don't. So that cooking shit, that cleaning shit, that emotional availability shit, that sleeping with them shit, all of that, doing things for the male gaze. Baby, I got a full sleeve of tattoos. I got a full sleeve of tattoos and a nose ring. I never wanted to be useful to y'all motherfuckers. I never wanted to cater to how I'm supposed to look to get y'all's approval. I will never value a man enough to the point where I would try to prove my usefulness or my utility to him. Absolutely fucking not. I don't even want to prove to a place of employment that I'm available for overtime. I don't even want to prove to a place of employment that I'm going to go above and beyond for their fucking company. And the thing about it is that if you're a woman and you know that you're useless, you don't ever have to worry about feeling bad about a man not getting his needs met, because there are so many women that pride themselves on how useful they can make themselves for a man. So these hobosexuals, these men that ain't got no place to stay, these men that ain't got no car to drive, these men that ain't got no income coming in, I don't feel sorry for them, because it's a sucker everywhere in these women. I mean, we have the Danish deception story gaining virality for a fucking reason. You have women out here willing to fit the bill for a fucking gambling addict, willing to fit the bill of $30,000, and I'm hearing that it's even higher than that. You got bitches out here willing to give you hundreds and thousands of dollars just because you're a man. I don't ever have to worry about feeling bad for a man because his needs are not getting met. All he got to do is just find one woman and his needs are instantly going to be met. It is women out here begging for a man to prove that she can be useful to him. Let me cook for you. Let me clean for you. Let me rub your back. Let me rub your feet. Let me lend you some money. Let me go pay for your haircut. It's plenty of women out there. It's zero excuse for a man to ever be coming to me with his hand out. It's no reason for a man to ever come to me and try to think that I'm going to make myself of use to him. No. Go ask her and her and her and her and her, because it's plenty of women out there that are going to take care of you. And the men got the manipulation tactics on deck. They know what the fuck they're doing. They know what they need to say. But over here, baby, I'm not giving you shit. I'm not giving you shit. I'm not even giving you a hi or a conversation. You're getting nothing from me. Absolutely nothing.
A lot of men are crying that these women are opportunists, gold diggers, and all that. Ladies, if you want to know if a man really loves you, be completely useless to him and see if he still loves you. That's when you know if it's real.
Be as useless as possible to men. And I don't mean literally useless, but when it comes to men, you need to be as non-servicing as possible, especially early on. Stop trying to win him over by cooking for him, cleaning for him, managing his schedule, or trying to fix his life or his emotions. I see far too many women fall into this trap, thinking that if they take care of him, he will fall madly in love with them. But the truth is, men never respect a woman who exists to serve. The moment that you step into the maid, cook, life coach role, he will put you in a servant category. He might stick around, he might even commit, but not to you. He's committing to what you do for him, not who you are. Being useless as a woman is your ultimate filter. It shows you who truly loves you for your essence rather than your effort. So if you enjoyed this video, make sure you follow for more tips.
Never let a man use me, never, with the capital N. You tell me your problems, I'm not fixing them. I'm asking, what are you going to do about it? Because then you start helping and he starts depending. And men don't need saving. If they need your help, then you need to run.
I'm going to give y'all the blueprint to living the best, most peaceful life. And I'm going to be honest with y'all, I learned this 3 days ago. The blueprint to living a peaceful life is to be useless. Useless. Be useless to everybody. Be useless to your mama, your daddy, your siblings, your friends, everybody. Be useless. Be useless. See me, I've been useful my whole life. My whole life, anybody needs something, call them Marachi. Something need to get done, call them Marachi. Somebody need to get picked up, call them Marachi. A feud, call them Marachi. Money, call them Marachi. You need a shoulder to cry on, call them Marachi. You want to just sit in the house and do nothing all day, call them Marachi. But you see, recently, they've been calling me, and I've been useless. I've been useless. Oh, can you do da-da-da? Nah, I'm chilling. I don't got no time for that right now. I'm in the house. Can't help you, sorry. Oh, get somebody else to do it. I want you to ask one of the other kids. Oh, no, I'm not doing that. I don't know how to do that. Cooking? I can't cook. Hair? Can't do hair. Nails? Can't do that either. Money? Sorry. My rent got to get paid in a few days. Be useless. Because when you're useless long enough, people start to what? Use other people. They find somebody else to do it. There's always somebody else that can do it. You are their initial first line every time. Everybody. When you're everybody's first line of defense, first line of offense, first line of contact, shit gets tiring. And I recently hit a stage of burnout that I don't think I've ever hit before. And it's so crazy because nothing astronomical happened. But I just got to a point where I was just like, I am tired. I'm tired of being everything for everyone. I'm tired of being there for everyone. I'm tired of answering every call. I'm tired of sending money all the time. I'm tired of listening to people. If I'm being honest, and this might sound fucked up, but I don't care. I'm tired of hearing about people's problems. I don't care no more. I want to be useless, lay on my couch in my apartment that I pay rent for, and just watch TV and chill, scroll on TikTok, crochet animals, and live my best life. I want to be useless. And that's exactly why I know the husband that I have. That's how I'm going to know the husband that I have. Because all the men that I've talked to or that have come to me and said, oh, you're my wife, you're my wife, you're my wife. You know what? They all want me to continue to be useful to them. They all want me to serve them. The things that come out of their mouth, I'm talking about, I talked to this boy for 3 days. The shit that came out of his mouth, I said, I could never marry you. This man was convinced I was his wife. I said, I could never marry you because you want a surrogate mama. You want a slave. You want somebody to bear your children and then to be the slave to you and the children. It's not me. Absolutely not. And like, this might sound crazy, this might sound insane. So if it does, I mean, hey, it's okay, because I said what I said. This is why I feel like I've become more and more comfortable with dating outside my race. Because the people who want you to be, who want to use you the most, are usually within your race. The people that want to use me the most are black people. And I use that as a umbrella term. Black, African, Caribbean, Afro-Latino. It be black people, brown people. It be brown people that want to use me the most. They want to wear me down. They want me to cry and suffer. And then they won't even ask me why I'm crying. They won't give me a tissue for my tears. They'll ask me for more shit. Versus when I be with white people, I don't got to do nothing except exist. Literally, I don't have to do anything except exist with people outside of my race. That's why I'm just like, I've become more and more comfortable with dating outside my race and talking to people outside my race, because for me, I have to be in a marriage where, yes, I will be, you know, a useful wife. I'm going to do wife thing, but you can't be treating me like I'm your surrogate mama. I'm not your mother. I'm not your mother. I'm your wife. And I'm not like, you know, just some person that like you can just treat any type. No, I'm not everything. I can't be everything to you because I'm nothing to me. I can't be nothing to me. That's crazy. So yeah, be useless and your life will be so much more simpler. So much more peaceful. You see me with my black robe and my black shower cap? It's because I'm useless. Because there were a lot of people that wanted to use me today, and guess what? I told them I couldn't do it. Did they get mad? Yeah, but guess what? Never cared. I not never cared. I currently don't care. I'm useful. I'm useless. The end.
If you are in a relationship with a man, you are unequivocally being cheated on. And to think otherwise is a form of insanity. In a patriarchal system, men don't feel a natural inclination to be monogamous, even if they don't convey this to you. Men are strategic and calculated, even if they are not necessarily the brightest intellectually. They fully understand that it is in their best personal interests, as well as professional interests, to keep a woman in their life who is dedicated full-time to their mental, emotional, and physical needs as they pursue their endeavors. Hope this helps.
Let's jump into my favorite part of all of the content I post on YouTube, and that's just my thoughts, where I get to kind of express what I feel about whatever we have read or gone over. So let's get into it. All right, y'all know how I like to do these videos. So here are 5 powerful coaching points, honestly, that I got from this video that I really want to relay to you to help you with just applying them in your own dating life and seeing if you can learn a thing or two. Even if you're not in this situation right now, it may help you recognize a potential situation or help a friend in such a situation. So point number 1, cohabitation doesn't automatically equal love. It can equal unpaid labor. So a lot of women move in or let a man move in with them thinking it's the next step, air quotes. But what often happens is she gains a dependent, right? Instead of a partner. Suddenly she's managing meals, cleaning, groceries, appointments, emotional regulation, and life organization. And it's him calling it she's being a girlfriend. If he's pursuing cohabitation quickly, really ask yourself, is he building a life with me or upgrading his quality of life by using me? That is a very important thing to look at. Also ask, what responsibilities is he bringing or quietly assigning? This is to let you know when you make the decision to cohabitate with someone, either him moving in with you or you moving in with him, you need to have very real and hard conversations about division of labor in the home, division of bill paying, and all of those things. Because more than likely, from my lived experience working with clients and friends' situations, so anecdotally, I have observed that a man is only okay with cohabitating with a partner if it is going to benefit him in a way that's bigger than it's going to quote unquote benefit her. And he knows that, even if he doesn't reveal that. So you need to have conversations. You need to have really clear guidelines and boundaries that you hold yourself to and that you hold your potential partner that you're going to be living with to. So women spend more time on household activities than men in the US. This is according to the American Time Use Survey from the Bureau of Labor Statistics. And the OECD tracks the gender gap in unpaid work globally and consistently finds women do more. All right. So keep that in mind. It's not just your imagination that you're doing more work. You are. And you need to put a pin in that. And then you don't need to generate more work in a space that is already your own. Point number 2, 50-50 can be a finesse when he's asking for half the bills while you do most of the work. So you have to clock early that women are finally seeing what men are doing that's just pure manipulation. They'll come into your life, your home, your stability, and offering air quotes help that still costs you more. If you're paying half of the bills, right, and you do the most cleaning, you cook the most, you carry the mental load, and you become the household manager, it is of benefit to him, not you. And here's the tea. If you already have your own spot and you're living comfortably and peacefully, you don't need somebody to pay half of your bills to then add exponentially more than it's worth for his little funky ass 50% of the bills. It's not worth it. Okay. Or if you move in with him, but he wants you to pay all of these things and cover all of these things that he wasn't able to do for himself, he is looking at you as a plug, as a source to be able to bridge the gap between where he is and where he wants to be. You really need to evaluate the money, the labor, the emotional load, and the responsibility of all parties involved, not the fact that he just can cash app you half the rent. Because I'm going to tell you, half of my rent is not worth my peace. Half of rent is not worth most women's peace. So keep that in mind. So the American Time Use Survey demonstrates that women do more household labor, which directly supports that it's not equal, even when bills are split reality. And that's true. Like I said, 50% of bills. So let's say, rent is $5,000 a month. His $2,500 isn't worth the stress on your nervous system, in your physical environment, to your health, to have him there creating more work for you to do. It's not worth it. Cohabitation is rarely beneficial for most couples. The OECD said unpaid work gender gap data, it reinforces the pattern internationally. So men all over the world do this. Point number 3, a man pushing to move in fast can be a red flag for housing insecurity plus entitlement. So these are the homosexuals. Okay. So that man that says that, can I spend the night / let me keep some stuff there pipeline, that is very real. And a lot of men will use that to basically establish squatter rights at your place. I know that's a kind of an extreme situation, but it's happening more frequently than people realize because a lot of these men are out here and they are unhoused. Okay. They may not be unhoused in the manner if you think of someone begging on the corner for change or things like that. But a lot of able-bodied men out here are unhoused. They have burned their bridges with the places that they stay. Could be, mother, grandmother, auntie, other relative, baby mama, whatever. And they are looking for another soft place to land. Do not allow that to be your place. And that's why I'm a big proponent of not letting men know where you live. Okay, until you are very, very, very far down in the relationship, and you are very clear and aware that he has his own address with his name on the rental agreement or the mortgage, etc., and he is the one paying for those things. Understand that you should absolutely have a lot of discernment about somebody who's rushing to live with you, or he's always at your place. He's soft moving in with like a backpack or leaving something behind. He's using your home as an emotional, financial refuge, right? He's creating chaos in your space. He's using it as a hideout, even from friends, not friends, but like family, baby mama, etc. That is not a man that you want in your space. And if he's there, you need to find a safe way to get him out and keep him out. And if you have not introduced him to your space yet, do not do so. Okay, he has ulterior motives and none of them bode well for you. If a man can't maintain his own stability, he will often treat your stability like a resource he deserves. So the National Domestic Violence Hotline includes controlling behaviors, rapid intensity, and boundary violations as warning signs. Rushing intimacy and access is a classic pathway. So understand a man rushing to get in your space could be a telltale sign, not always, of the beginnings of a domestic situation. Point number 4, A woman's peace is not anti-love. It's self-trust and self-protection. A lot of women don't hate men. They hate the cost. I don't hate men. I think having a healthy, mature, balanced relationship with a man who has done his own internal work and is showing up fully and authentically is a beautiful thing. And I enjoy the company of men who are on that level and are really about their business, taking care of themselves and taking care of the people they love. I'm talking about emotionally, etc. What I hate is the cost of dealing with most men, which is they haven't done that work. They are not established. They are not stable. And they think that my resources or another woman's resources who has accomplished a level of stability and, really has her stuff in order, they're entitled to that. This means another cost of men that women don't think about is the noise, the mess, the entitlement, the emotional labor, the mommy wife expectation, the loss of sovereignty in your own home. Normalize that you need to have standards such as maybe maintaining separate residencies, slow cohabitation timeline, LAT relationships. This I am a particularly big fan of is LAT, living apart together, marriages and relationships. Famously, Cheryl Lee Ralph and her current husband, who have been married, I think, 20 years, have maintained a LAT marriage for over 20 years. He is a recently retired state representative, I want to say from Pennsylvania, and she's been in LA in her acting career. And they have been able to have a very healthy and successful marriage. Now, I know they have resources that most people don't to live, bi-coastally, but I think an LAT relationship, especially if you get married and partnered older, may be a resolution or a solution that a lot of people haven't thought of that would probably work really well. And you also need to normalize the standard of keeping your space sacred. Choosing peace isn't bitterness, it's discernment. Research on men's friendships / emotional support shows men often rely heavily on women for emotional needs due to weaker male support networks, contributing to emotional labor imbalance. Once again, that's according to Time. Once again, that's not a woman's job to fix, that's his job to fix. Point number 5, your home can become the most dangerous place when the wrong man has access. DV can happen in your own home where you have invited somebody. It's not unheard of, especially if he feels entitled to the space. Male entitlement is a very real part of us living in a white male patriarchal society. You need to really limit access to men being able to get into your home. Stop allowing access too early. The sleepovers, the moving in, the him having a key, the him living in stuff, all of those things done too early can increase vulnerability. And a man who's rushing it probably does not want you to really have time to sit back and assess his character and motives. And he wants to hurry up and drop the mask if he is an abusive man. Not all men who do this are abusive, but a lot of times abusive men are going to try to rush you so you don't have a time to sit back, think, discern, and talk to other trusted friends about things, right? Don't merge homes before you see consistent character. I'm like I said, I'm a fan of LAT marriages and relationships. I don't think people should live together before marriage. I'm not coming from a morality standpoint. I'm coming from a practical standpoint and a financial standpoint. Don't sacrifice physical safety for financial convenience. Don't let the man who does pay the bills, but he's abusing you, be in your space. Girl, just get a job. It's not that deep. Your gut matters more than his offended feelings. So if you and your gut trust your intuition, sis, if it don't feel right, it ain't right. So UN Women / UNODC reporting shows home is often the most dangerous place for women, with many women killed by partners or family members in the home. The CDC IPV resources and statistics outline prevalence and risk realities like partner violence. It is often very widespread and escalates in the home. So it is more than a little bit important. It's an issue of major importance for you not to rush to have a man in your space. So let me know your thoughts below. If you've lived with somebody, if you're thinking about living with somebody, and how those scenarios have worked out, or some things are maybe, kind of scaring you off from doing it. Let's wrap this up real simple. If living with him or him living with you would make your life harder, he is not the one. You don't need a man in your space who adds crumbs, chaos, extra laundry, extra opinions, and zero accountability. A relationship is not supposed to feel like an unpaid internship with a roommate that touches your thermostat. If you want help raising your standards, building your discernment, and becoming the type of woman who never confuses "he likes me" with "he deserves access to me," join my exclusive coaching community on Coffee. You'll get the journaling prompts, real coaching, and the mindset upgrades that make dating feel peaceful again. Join us on Coffee. See the link below in the description box.